Alright, we're live. And where did we left off? Yesterday. Oh yeah, like this tree that spawned a bunch of mobs. And we did get our twisted set, which regenerates our HP and basically we steal health from enemies with melee hits. Pretty dope equipment for melee builds. And now going back to our original setup. Checking something real quick.
Now what?
Oh, I forgot. We have the Ring of Admiral. That's why I was using the sniper rifle.
Oh, it's over.
I'm taking this off. Hey, what up, Geo? I'm gonna try to finish this game, this whole playthrough, and I'm gonna start streaming Final Fantasy VIII as well, per your request. hunting rifle is so damn OP. So basically it's a post-apocalyptic game. The world, Earth is overrun with this entity called the Remnant. Oh, I'm about to die. And I can see him. What the fuck? What kind of... Okay, now I can talk. So, again, it's post-apocalyptic. The world is overran by this entity called the Root. That's what everything here has, like freaking trees and shit. And basically you're trying to figure out how to stop him. Wait, what? Dun dun dun. Let's switch back to the right.
Now what?
There's a lot of people who are saying that the hunting rifle is one of the most powerful weapons in the game just because of how balanced it is. You can use it on any build. You don't have to, you know, have to have a specific build for it to work. As long as you upgrade it, you should be fine. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but this game is actually not a AAA game, which is crazy to me on how polished the game looks. Somebody was shooting.
Stop!
I can hear footsteps. Oh yeah. So there's a. Wait, what? That. So this ring, Heartseeker, is specifically for a stealth character if you build one. So it provides 100% crit chance against non-aggressive enemies. And there's a trait that actually helps you out if you're doing stealth with Shadow Walker. So the more points you put on this, the more blind the enemies are. So it'll take them like a couple of meters before they can actually see you. There's also an armor set that is for stealth character. So you can literally build a full stealth character if you want to, but you're gonna have to have like you have to fight on a long range. So you can't be like medium to short range. So you have to be sniping people off. Bad thing about it, if you have that type of a build, um, that I noticed was for bosses. If you're fighting bosses, it sucks because obviously you can hide from the bosses, and most of your damage will come from, you know, enemies not noticing you. So this is one of the side quest areas in the game, and if I remember correctly, this is a very sad side area. And apparently I'm really lucky because a lot of people want this side area to spawn, and you'll see later why. You'll get a weapon at the end. It is pretty nice. I'm still dumping points to other knowledge to get all that trait generation up as quick as we can. It's not really noticeable as much when you're playing on your first playthrough, but the more you read, the more you play, basically, the higher your trait level is. It becomes really noticeable. Man. So that weapon mod that we have, Hot Shot,
Oh, that was terrible.
it gives you extra damage, well, extra fire damage, and you can burn your enemies. I don't know if you noticed, there's like a constant 9 damage that was sticking that one guy earlier. It helps especially with bosses too. Uh-oh.
Stop! Crap!
Let's see. So there's a status ailment called corrode. Oh snap! Wait up.
That all you got? Oh, that was terrible.
So there's burn. Again, that it's like basically damage over time. There's corrode that reduces your enemies' defenses by 25%, I think. So you deal 25% more extra, but they have to be in a specific range of you. So it's like an AOE debuff. You also have overload. That is it's on lightning weapons. So you get weapons that has lightning properties. So you hit them with this lightning weapon, and it constantly it builds up until they overload. So once they overload, every hit that you do on the enemy deals a percentage damage of lightning. What else? What else? There's a couple of more that I can't remember. But what I noticed though is burn is pretty much the best. Oh, there's two of them. Oops. Them dark reflexes.
It's over.
Oh, Geo, have you or have you tried playing MTG Arena? Oh, so this item right here is very special. Oh, so you've been playing. Hey, I need to add you. I need to get back to playing it again. I stopped. I think, when did I stop? I think, what is the last expansion? War with Nicol Bolas and Liliana. That cutscene. Yeah, that's when I stopped playing. I need to get back at it again. But going back to this thing, this simulacrum, on every playthrough you can only get 4 of them. Yeah, there you go, War of the Spark, which has awesome cards. I love all those, all the Planeswalker that they added. Pretty dope. A lot of build varieties. But on the simulacrum, on this game, on every playthrough you can only get 4 of them. So on every world, so that's kind of like a spoiler. So you get 4 of them, and you only get 1 on every world. So on Earth you get 1, on the other 3 you get 1 as well. So what it's used for is either, yeah, there's 2 uses. So one is to increase your number of dragon hearts, which is your heals, and one is to max out. It's so you can get any armor or equipment up to plus 19. If you want it to max level, which is plus 20, you need the simulacrum. So you have to decide, do you want to have a weapon or all your armors in one playthrough max out? Because if you notice, you have 1 weapon, well technically 3 weapons. You have 1 primary, a secondary, and then your melee weapon if you want to max those out, including one armor or, but you know what I'm saying. You only have 4, so you have to decide, and that's why the game has a lot of replayability. It's because of that. Like you can be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do a. It's not really a new game plus, because once you finish the game, you can reset the campaign to the start, but you keep everything. Just to max level everything, or if you want to, you can just keep on stockpiling your dragon hearts. They basically don't die. On that one playthrough that I had before this one, I had 8. My whole setup is maxed out, and I have 8 dragon hearts, which was an overkill. Definitely did not went through that one area. Oh, never mind. So this is not the area that I was talking about earlier. So this is not that very sad lore area. Man, it's freaking hot. Turn on this fan. Trying to think, who are we fighting here? The roly-poly guy? I think it's the roly-poly guy. What in the world?
I'm in trouble.
This is annoying. What the heck is this boss?
Thanks, fool.
Oh, so when it comes to bosses, if you look at their name, whenever we go back in there, you'll notice that they have a a prefix or a suffix on their name. It'll say enchanter. It will say what else is the other one? Tough, or something like that, and that basically correlates to their special abilities that they would have. So the bosses have their own buffs, basically. So depending on what you're doing, again, the game randomly generates this stuff. So when I first fought him last time, he had Hardy, which is he has a lot more health. So it took me forever. Like, I literally ran out of bullets for me to kill him. But it's a lot more easier than this one, because on this one, those constant explosions is slightly annoying. Oh my god, I got hit again.
Come on.
Bad start. And I think it was a lot easier last time too. I was using a shotgun as my main weapon. So I literally just ran in front of him and started shooting. Let's see what we have. This, we got an ammo box. What does Frenzy does do? Okay. We might use that. Step in. Dust.
I'm in trouble.
No. I might actually switch gears. Let's go with the twisted set. Because I don't think I need damage. I think he's killing me way too fast. And with this set, I heal whenever I melee. So hopefully that works.
Okay, sit.
It's not healing enough. I'm about to say.
Stay down. Not bad. I broke a sweat. I'll give you that.
So that's what armor does. In the past couple of runs when he keeps on killing me, I get hit 4, 5 tops, 4 or 5 times and I die. On that one I think we increase it to like 7 to 8 before I actually have to heal. Bad thing about it is the more armor you get, the slower your roll is. Same as with Dark Souls. So on Dark Soul, I think that's no, that's a medium roll. Might be a fat roll. But if we go back to our Hunter set, a lot more smoother roll. But we got him. I need to look at the patch notes of this game because I think they buffed the arena of that guy. This is one of the side quests of the game. So, I think you have 2 options. The option that I did last time is I wore this. I don't know if you can read that, but on the description it says the oak watches, the oak whispers, the oak wills. So they were referring to this oak tree. This oak tree, I don't know. So if you wear the twisted mask, you can hear what he's saying, or you would understand what he's saying. But I kind of don't want to because I already seen what's gonna happen. Let me actually look it up. So, I wonder if I can do something else. Okay, so if you equip the headgear, you can understand what he's saying. Well, basically what he does is he'll give you knowledge, you'll get a trait that increases your armor. I already got that last playthrough, so I'm not gonna wear it. What I am gonna do instead is I'm gonna kill him. Or it. The issue that you have is keep on spawning.
Come on.
Alright. He doesn't have a... You get this? Increase armor effectiveness by 15%. So, if you kill him. And I thought you were gonna get some type of achievement or something by killing him. It. Whatever. I have a feeling there's something that they're gonna add here on every playthrough that I had. There's this one area that looks exactly like this, but there's nothing in it. Take this off now. The reason why I don't like equipping that, even though it's pretty good, a lot of armor, HP regen constantly, is because you drain so much stamina when you run. Look at the back of this. If you're gonna play this game too, make sure that you're checking every nook and cranny. It's so easy to miss something here. And I hope we can get that armor set that I'm talking about this run.
Damn it!
Keep it rolling for the same freaking spot. So when I played this game the first time, my first save, I picked a scrapper, which is basically kind of like the melee slash tank starting class. You start off with a shotgun, you start off with a hammer, so everything just deals a lot more damage. But you have to be not really that close, but some type of, close range when you're fighting. But with that, you get a lot more armor than the 100%, which is what we have right now. So you can tank a lot more damage. Like, it was ridiculous, and I can definitely feel it right now. And I heard as well that the ex-occultist, which is basically the class that generates weapon mods, which is, the hot shot, this mending aura, basically your skills. It's the starting equipment or armor set that you get increases the generation of your weapon mods by like crazy, like 45%. So you always have it up. A lot of people are saying that that's the best starting class as well, so keep that in mind. If you want to do like a easy run, I guess, and you start off with mending aura as your starting weapon mod, so you have an additional heal. Because in the start of the game, you really don't need that much damage, as you can see. Like I'm literally one-shotting with the hunting rifle. I'm one-shotting everything. Choking hollow. Oh, wait, what? Is this? Nah. Is this the boss of Earth already? That can be it. Well, just to make sure, let's go back and upgrade, and we'll fight him. The same with Dark Souls. You've probably been noticing the boss fog, the fog walls. It's the same on this game. A lot of Dark Soul vibes going on this game. It's pretty dope though, for a non-AAA game to have a quality like this. Probably one of these days, probably gonna play the Chronos, which is on PC only. I hope they port it on the consoles as well, just to, after they see how successful this game is. Because I would love to play that game just to see, the prequel basically to this game. So these are the weapons that you start off with the other classes. The coach gun and the scrap hatchet is what you start off with the exocultist. The coach gun only has, it's basically a sewed off shotgun. Stupid damage, 2 quick shots, but you have to reload after those 2 shots. Um, Scrap hatchet a little bit slower, a lot of horizontal, or I'd say vertical slashes, so it's not really good for AoE, um, but it deals okay damage. The scrap hammer and the shotgun is the starting weapon for the scrapper. The shotgun has 7 bullets um, from the mag every time, so you have a lot more shots. Scrap hammer deals shit tons of damage, so yeah. And you start this, I think you can buy it, so yeah. So the cultist set, yeah, so 40% mod power, and when you have it on, at least one of these, mod power is generated slowly over time, so it's just pretty nice starting set, knowing that you'll have somewhat of an unlimited heal because your mending aura will always be up. Alright, enough about that. Let's start upgrading our stuff. Everything is +5. I want to upgrade our actual gear. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start off with the trench coat. We don't have enough.
Be safe out there.
The reason why I always start off with... Oh, let's get
I'm
on
not in the mood
weapon
for chat. What?
weapon mod.
Yeah? Better be worth my time.
Seed collar.
Yeah, good.
So, seed collar is
Now go.
basically a weapon mod where it's a summoner weapon mod. So you can summon those, not the roly-polies, but the small circular enemies.
Needing any...
This chick sells
Take care then.
those. For now, I think we're gonna upgrade our
Greetings, child.
blast. And this is the root mother. On the last episode of this stream, she's basically the chick that we saved from the church, and she is the founder of the ward. She is his waifu.
You have arrived. It is aid you seek. Oh, but to look to a great... Slay the beast. Wait. One more boon I can offer. You carry a piece of the root. Grateful.
And another thing she can do is she can upgrade your dragon hearts. Oop. +1.
Take care.
So now we have 4. I don't think we have enough. Oh man, we're broke.
Ah, good. Certainly.
Haha.
Be safe out there.
Alright. Let's take that dude down. Hopefully. I think it's the same boss. Let me look. Well, does he drop? I didn't even know he has a weak spot. Apparently the boss has a weak spot on its back that I didn't know about. Interesting. It's if it's the boss that I'm thinking, this guy will have it's pretty huge. Dude is pretty tall. Spawns a lot of ads. That's not the issue. The last time I fought him. I didn't know he has a weak spot on the back though. Let's see if we can beat him first try. We have both of our weapon mods ready. But I never had. Yeah. The other one's just a melee weapon. So you can beat him if this is the same boss that I'm thinking. You can beat him two ways. Apparently, one is the regular way where you just shoot him, and he drops a material that you can use to craft a gun. And there's another way of beating him, which is destroying his legs. If you destroy his leg, he drops crafting material after you beat him, which is a melee weapon, which actually not too bad now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm probably gonna do a long range or like a medium range build this time, and his weapon that he drops on, you know, without destroying his legs will be a short range weapon. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy his legs so we can get an upgrade from Boom. Yeah, let's do it. Yep, it is up. Big ass tree.
Not bad. I broke a sweat. I'll give you that.
Damn. That was a lot more easier. Oh, I got quick hands already. Nope, never mind. You get that actually from reading sleight of hand is what I'm talking about. So you get a trait by switching weapons. Killing different enemies by switching weapons quickly. I think that's the parameter of the trait. So the Ent is one of the last bosses of Earth. So it's either him or the Singe. The Singe is a big ass dragon that shoots fire out of his mouth. Well, it's a dragon, so it's obvious. But yeah. You get a better weapon, I believe, with the Singe. You get a secondary weapon called, what is it called? Spitfire. So it's kind of like the submachine gun. Shoots a little bit slower. Has a lot more. Well, not a lot more. I think it has 28 bullets in the magazine. Cool thing about it is it comes with a weapon mod, so you can't take off the weapon mod of the weapon, and its weapon mod is basically a flamethrower. So you turn it on, it shoots flame. So pretty nice for monsters that are not immune or resistant to fire. But if they are,
Anything you
it's
need?
useless.
Take care, my friend.
Not yet.
I'm not in the mood for chat. You killed the Ent. It's just bigger dead wood. Alright then. Yeah, good.
And I actually never had
Now
this
go.
unlocked this weapon before. Deals rock damage. It's a little bit devastating weapon. Small AoE in that area deals damage to everything. Heavy impact has a 35% chance to inflict additional 100% stagger damage. Oh.
I'm not in the mood for chat.
This weapon is screaming. Dope. Nice.
Anything you need? Ah. So long.
Nope. We are still broke. I'm just going over the hour mark right now. Basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys what is the labyrinth and After that, we're gonna go to the next area or the next world, and we're gonna go to save point, and we're probably gonna call it a day after that. So I think the game has a really good story. You just have to look and find it. Same thing with Dark Souls. So it's not like the regular RPG, you know, Final Fantasy, any other RPGs out there where you NPCs will actually tell you the whole story. On this game, no. You actually have to find
Outcomes are more
items.
grim than previously concluded. Cracks in the walls grow every day, surrounding me. Human, the core is rotten. The root corrupts everything. Why do you distract the Keeper? Insignificant. Chance of success negligible. The Guardians are destroyed. The Devourer lurks unchecked. The Labyrinth erodes daily. And I can behold the tide. On the other hand, your journey is not guaranteed to fail. Very well. Enter and see. The Labyrinth holds all doors and infinite possibilities. If the path you require exists, it lies within. An agent of the root, whether witting or unwitting, is unknown and irrelevant. The Devourer was the one who erased even the Labyrinth's guardian, leaving only myself to hold back unending rot. Unfortunately, my battle cannot be won with time. The root threatens every world, so every world is given a protector. Guardians are not easily killed. When one dies, however, the root can claim that world and grow stronger. The loss of several guardians made way for the Devourer. The Devourer has made the root very strong indeed. This place is both like the worlds and unlike them. It is the core, inviolable, and without need of a guardian. I have neither knowledge nor resources to devote to the question. The root could not have come without invitation. I am the Keeper. I will be the last to fall. It is the seat of the worlds, built upon the core, and all worlds are built upon it. The Labyrinth contains all doors that ever were, are, or may be. Some are lost, some destroyed, but all are contained within. This is the maximum help I can provide at the moment. All endeavors will fail if I do any more. This is the maximum help I can provide at the moment.
You already said that. Alright, so we are in the labyrinth. So this trippy place basically connects all worlds together. So it's a portal. First blessing, what's that? Did I add that before? Oh, I did. So yeah, so it's a portal to different worlds. stuff. And yes, you can fall off. But for you to go to a different world, you need to have a key. A labyrinth key to unlock it. So all the way down there, you need to insert a key over there. See, we don't have one yet. So where are you gonna go? Wait. Oh. Yeah, we got time. Let's go for lore. If we go here, you'll see this. So you're like, what the heck? So somebody's been here before. And there's a notebook. It's been a year since Evelyn took it into her head to. So Evelyn is the root mother. So basically, it's been a year since she became the root mother. Rom is a desolated hellscape, but it shows a lot of promise. The people here fought the root and won. There is so much I can learn. Maybe even how to end the root for good. Maybe how to help her. This is my 4th trip here, I believe. The citadels are locked tight, guarded by the most terrifying beings I've ever seen in my travels. I've had to seek my information elsewhere from the people calling themselves Akari. Back home, Nadine is their daughter. Is what, 20 now, 21. You finally remember how old they are. They go and change it again. In any case, she's becoming distant. Excuse me. She hasn't wanted to travel with me for months now. Yesterday she asked why I keep searching. I told her the stakes, but she wants me home. Wants me to protect the ward. She doesn't understand I'm protecting the ward. I have to do this. I have to do it alone. The root could wipe us out if they had any notion of what I'm doing. Yeisha is another world. Rom is one. Yeisha is another one. It's peaceful here. Beautiful at least when nothing is trying to kill me. If it weren't so damn deadly, I could see myself settling down here someday. Still in Yeisha, the Pan have been far more welcoming than they were on my first visit. Some anyway. Apparently I've fallen in with a destitute and enslaved. There's a vast social rift between the Pan has been for centuries, but a change is brewing. The Pan are talking of rebellion. Navun in particular has asked for my help, but what can I do? He's talking about basically that he experienced the Civil War, Revolutionary War, Civil Rights Movement, etc., etc. And he's an American. He taught basically he taught Navun and her people how to train with weapons. And he said, I died. This happened once before, back when the root first invaded, but I thought it was a fluke then, something related to Clawbone. Clawbone, we'll talk about that later. But no, this is real, I died, and now I'm walking around again as if nothing happened. Watch out for those Idri, by the way. The ones with red crystals instead of faces. Their beams can pierce solid rock. I won't make that mistake again. Yes, and that thing killed me multiple times too. Could Evelyn have done this? It sounds crazy, but her sacrifice protected the Ward 13 somehow. What if she did something to protect me as well? I could ask her, but no, I'd get no useful answers. Evelyn's gone. It's just the root now, and they only wish me harm. God, what if this is some kind of curse? What if they're taunting me with immortality? It doesn't matter, I can use it. The root doesn't know what I'm up to. If they did, they'd never let me have this power. But this power is precisely why I must be the one to solve this puzzle. Alone can end the root. Then there's a lot more. Holy smokes. It took forever to decipher what the Akari were trying to tell me, but I finally learned how they defeated the Root. Dying King basically nuked their world. That explained the desolation, the mutants, and all that crazy stuff going on over there. So that's the next place that we're gonna go to is Rom, and you'll see. So basically, their king nuked the world. It's a lot of good stuff here, but I don't think we would have time already. An hour and 15 minutes. So let's go over here now. Let's go to Rom. But yeah, so like I said earlier, the game doesn't won't feed you the lore or the story of the game, the full story. You have to search for it in items and in notes, journals, etc. of the founder of the fort. So basically, the founder left the ward, closed the ward so that nobody can come in to the ward, nobody can invade them, the route. Set off on a journey, and he basically found this place. He found the labyrinth, and he's been in and out of worlds.
Great King, I did not expect... You? You are not he. Yet you have opened the gates. A second Nui? It must be... Forgive my confusion, unheralded one.
I think she is waiting or expecting Ford to come out of the gate.
Your sublime feet honor the sands of the eastern wind, itinerant one. Whatever your purpose, we are blessed by your presence. Surely there are none like... At least, I have never seen your like. I know none of that name or description. There is one who he is not one to give information willingly. Except, perhaps... Of course, of course. Forgive my deliberation, ardent one. His name is Islan, the Undying King. No doubt he will be overjoyed to meet a rival. Like all Akari, I am only eager to see the Guardian restored and the planet reborn. O discerning one, it is my joy then, my great honor, to help you find the Nui who was alive when said Guardian fell. He rules from the Citadel, in the canyons beyond the Black Sun Gate. The gate has been sealed since time forgotten. Oh, but no doubt you will find a way, Dynamic One. None. Only one has there ever been since the days of the Guardian. Your arrival is unprecedented, portentous. Go well, Enlightened One. A blessed reunion to you, glorious one. He rules from the citadel. The gate has been... Go well.
Yeah, we can push to the other checkpoint. Let's see. Either I get to the next checkpoint or I die. Whichever comes first will end the stream. So you can see that it does indeed look like they got nuked.
Oh, it's over.
Oh, in case you're wondering, this has the same movement as the scrapped hammer of the scrapper. It's the same one, same moveset as their starting weapon. But I don't know what it is, but it just feels like it deals a lot more damage.
Come on. Stay down.
The first time I went to this place, I thought that it's all messed up. That my opponents have spears, and
Oh.
I have.
It's over.
It's kind of messed up. later on as to why is that, like why there's, it looks like they're poor. Don't forget collectibles. Sometimes they do drop upgrade materials that you sorely need at the start of the game. I'm debating if I should push further. No. I'm gonna go this way. It's about to be an hour and a half. And this is the first side area of ROM, and we're gonna tackle all this stuff tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this stream now. We're an hour and a half in, well, an hour and 27 minutes to be exact. Thanks guys for watching again. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.